Okay, Wallows, how are you guys?
Great. We're great.
Yes, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. I'm so happy to meet you, to hear your music. I watch all your videos, so congratulations. I love the vibe of the band, all this kind of retro style, kind of 80s style, so I love it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I grew up in the 80s, so I pretty much know, everything. So how come you like, the aesthetics of a kind of a retro style?
Funny, we don't really focus on it too much. Like it's sort of like, I guess it's kind of by accident.
Yeah, I guess it's accidental.
Yeah, like maybe it comes from us, like we were all born in the 90s, so like a lot of what I experienced, like a lot of like the first exposure I had to music and television and stuff was like straight out of the 90s. Like maybe that has something to do with it, but yeah, like you're right, we don't actively do it, just kind of happens. I don't know.
So how's quarantine so far? How's everything there? Are you locked out in one room? I can see.
Yeah, we've been in this room for 8 months. It's been good. Like we just decided to adapt as quickly as we could and just stayed productive and worked on a ton of new music and watched a lot of TV shows and I read a book. Braden plays basketball, so we've been staying busy.
Guys, how do you feel the evolution of technology these days? Because I don't know, like 15 or 20 or 30 years ago, made a music group, a band was so difficult because you need to have a studio, you need to have big equipment, you need to have a manager, a disco label. It was a lot of layers and very complicated and very expensive. Now, in these days, maybe a teenager guy with a garage band in his computer, can create some magic, So how do you feel the technology change and help you to create music also?
Wow. I think that the technology definitely makes the entry into the whole thing a lot easier for people, and I think that's great because there's so many talented people who like maybe in the 70s, 80s never were able to even like dream of that stuff because they just didn't have the opportunities. Even for us, like we working on music during the quarantine and like trying to write and demo, it was totally possible because like I could come up with some idea and then literally send it in a text message to them. Which is great, like Jimi Hendrix would never even dream of being
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's definitely very amazing.
Get old, will we regret this? Too young to think about all that shit.
I hope this global situations end soon, so we can have you in Peru, making a show, and in our show, the doors are open for you always. So, how's your plan for the next few months? What are you doing in the next few months?
Making music, so probably doing like promo for that, and and like writing our next album and hopefully recording our next album. Is the plan?
Yes. Album 2, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So can you invite everyone in Peru to follow you and to, look for your music and your videos and be, very attached with you?
Yeah, everyone, please follow and listen. Listen. We'll have a lot of stuff coming up. So
yeah, we can't wait to visit Peru because my sister visited and said it was amazing. So I want to go to Machu Picchu.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know that's cliche, but I would love to see.
No, it's not. It's beautiful. So you should. And again, our show is your house. So any moment that we can travel, you're very welcome to visit us.
Yes.
Thank you.
And enjoy your day. And thank you so much for your music. And see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
man. That was great.